It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Eagles and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now back to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 4 catches, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
That's interference. Defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get
open, man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Touchdown pass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Well, the Bears at 8-4 now in the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now a first down throw. Fields. Outright, he's got Luckert. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Now Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
The numbers for Smith a week ago: 6 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
And he has 10 touchdowns on the season. When anyone scored that many times, as a former defender, I know exactly what you're talking about before the game. Key on him. Don't let him get in the end zone today, guys. Let's keep him out of there.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On play action, Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Again, it's Penny. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9 now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Complete. Smith has it. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it. We'll see if that bears a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had 3 touchdown passes in the game last week. He's already got 3 here in the first half alone as his guys start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? The run game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
They'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Back to throw again. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands here of Hardman.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On first down, Fields.
He's got Smith here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. DeAndre Swift, a touchdown run in that first half. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a first down throw. Fields
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Fields.
Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Fields.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
One back in the backfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2nd and 6. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here's Fields.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. Work on the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. That was 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this one complete to Smith.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and that will keep the lead at 8. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he stopped immediately there. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw. Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. Fields. Going to throw right side here. Complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have come back to make it a 2-point game. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll look to throw here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. On first down, it's Fields. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Complete. Smith has it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw.
This will be caught by Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fields. Oh, the out. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And they'll give him another shot. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good for him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now Fields and the Bears
down by 7. 1:36 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. All eyes on Fields.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Back to throw. Fields.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Wide open receiver complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Fields on 1st down.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it, but otherwise you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
from the gun. They'll try to run it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw here.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malik McDowell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Bears punter now. So they bring out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense.
It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Eagles, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.